The major difference between a camp collar shirt and a typical English collared shirt is that the collar of the camp collar shirt is different from that of the normal collar you are used to. So now, before we start cutting this shirt, let me quickly go through the measurements. My shoulder is 18 inches, my armhole is 18 inches, my sleeve round is 15 inches, sleeve length 10 inches, the chest is 42 inches, and my shirt length is 30 inches. You're going to take one part of the fabric and you're going to fold it into two this way like this. My chest is 42 inches. So that 42 inches, I'm going to divide it by 4. So 42 inches divided by 4, that will give me 10.5 inches. There are some allowances that I'm going to add to that 10.5 inches, and that is what I'm going to use to fold the material into two this way like this to cut the front. 42 inches divided by 4, that will give me 10.5 inches. We are going to fold this part, that's this midpoint of the front. We are going to need about 4 inches to fold it in this way like this. Then we're going to need 1 inch of overlap allowance. You know, the left part of the front and the right part of the front, they meet each other where the button and the buttonhole meet. That's called the overlap allowance. We're going to need 1 inch for that overlap allowance. Then we're going to still need 1 inch for the side seam allowance. That's the allowance on the side of the shirt. So let me go over it again. We need 4 inch for folding the midpoint of the front inside of the shirt. Then we need 1 inch of overlap allowance, and we need 1 inch of side seam allowance. That will give us a total of 6 inches. Our chest round divided by 4 is 10.5 inches. So 10.5 inches plus that 6 inches, that will give us 16.5 inches. You're going to take your fabric, then you're going to fold it into two this way like this by 16.5 inches. Now, if I place my tape from the fold, you can see that what we have here is 16.5 inches. So now I'm going to place my top length. So now my top length is 30 inches. So I'm going to add 1 inch of allowance to that 30 inches, and that will give me 31 inches. So I'm going to place my tape at the top of the fabric and bring my tape down to 31 inches. Then I'm going to mark my 31 inches. Then I'm going to use my ruler and draw a straight line and connect that 31 inches. I'm going to mark it this way and connect it all the way up. And I'm going to take my scissors and I'm going to cut it all the way to the other side this way like this. I'm going to cut it, making sure I cut it at the edge. So now I've cut out the right and the left part of the front piece. So now after cutting it, I'm going to divide this folded part into two. You know, this is the position that we're going to fix our button and our buttonhole. This is the midpoint of the front piece like this. So this is what we'll have here. You know that 4 inches that we left for folding in the middle of the front piece, I'm going to fold it in this way by that 4 inches. If you have a pressing iron, you can press this side down, or you can use your pin or your needle. From this lower part, I'm going to pin it with my needle, pin this part too. Then from this part, I'm going to pin it. So this is what we have here. So now I'm going to take this front piece that I cut. I'm going to take this remaining piece this way, and I'm going to fold it into two so that we can cut the back piece. So from this point, I'm going to fold it into two this way like this. I'm going to take that front piece and place it on top of the back piece that I folded. On this folded part, I'm going to make the front piece come out by 1 inch. Now this 1 inch is that 1 inch of overlap that we added when we were cutting the front piece. Then on the lower part, I'm still going to make the front come out more than the back by that same 1 inch. Then at the top here, I'm going to bring the front down and make the back longer than the front by 3 inches. Then from the lower part, I'm going to cut this part this way like this. I'm going to cut it off this way like this to meet that lower part here like this. I'm going to cut out the neck. Now my neck round is 16 inches. So the formula I use in cutting the neck round is neck round divided by 4 plus 0.5 inches. So my neck round is 16 inches. So that 16 inches divided by 4, that will give me 4 inches. Then that 4 inches plus 0.5 inches, that will give me 4.5 inches. So I'm going to first place the width of the neck. So the width of the neck, I'm going to divide that 4.5 inches into 2. That will give me 2¼ inch. But I'm not placing my tape from this overlap allowance on the front. I'm going to place my tape from this folding at the back part here this way. And I'm going to place my 2¼ inch. So from this position, I'm going to mark my 2¼ inch. So now this is the 2¼ inch that I marked for the width of the neck. So that 4.5 inches, I'm going to place it as the length of the neck. But you know, I left the back to be longer than the front by 3 inches. So this extra 3 inches at the back, when we fold it to meet the front this way, we're going to have 1½ inch around this position. and this 1.5 inch, after folding it, is going to take part of the neck. So when I'm placing my 4.5 inch, I'm not going to place it at the beginning of the front this way. I'm going to take out 1.5 inch away from my tape. Then I'm going to come down by that 4.5 inch. That's the length of the neck. So when this back part connects to the front this way, this part is going to take out 1.5 inch from the length and it's going to be balanced. Then I'm going to draw a horizontal line this way like this. So now this is the width. I connected it down here. Then from here, I connected it up here. From here, I'm going to go in by 1 inch straight. Then from this position, I'm going to curve it and connect it to the width of the neck here this way like this. Then I'm going to raise this front part. Take note, I'm cutting only this front piece. I'm not cutting the front and the back. So this back part, I'm going to leave it. I'm going to place my scissors underneath. I'm going to curve it like this. So from here, I'm going to curve it this way like this. Then connect it to this position here like this, as you can see. I'm going to place my shoulder position. Then I'm going to slant the shoulder. From this folding of the back, I'm going to place it. Then I'm going to measure my shoulder measurement. My shoulder measurement is 18 inches. So that 18 inches, I'm going to divide it by 2. So that will give me 9 inches. I'm going to take in 9 inches. Then I'm going to mark it around here this way like this. Then from here, I'm going to come down by 2.5 inches. That's the average measurement we usually use to slant the shoulder for an adult. So if it's for a child, you can slant the shoulder by 2 inches or 1.5 inches depending on the age of the child. So from this position, I'm going to come down by 2.5 inches. Then I'm going to take my ruler. From this width of this neck, I'm going to place my ruler down to this marking that I made here, and I'm going to draw a slanted line. So from here, I'm going to draw my line and connect it this way like this. This is what we'll have here. Then from this position, I'm going to slant it like this, like this. I'm going to remove this part here. So now from this position, I'm going to take the front piece and take it all the way up because we want to slant the back just the way we slanted the front. Then I'm going to follow this same line that we use in slanting the front. I'm going to use it to slant the back. I'm going to follow the same cut that I made on the front, and I'm going to use that same cut to slant the back this way like this. So now I'm going to take the front piece that I took up, and I'm going to pull it down this way like this. Pull it down, as you can see. Then I'm going to take the back piece this way like this and overlap the shoulder of the back 1/2 inch with the front this way like this. You see, this is where the back part meets the width of the front part of the neck that will cut. Then I'm going to just cut a bit, just like 1/2 inch up, to know the position where the back piece meets with the front neckline. Take it up this way like this. Then from this front neck position, I'm going to come up by 1 inch. So I'm going to place my 1 inch mark this way like this. Then draw a horizontal line, connect it this way. Then from this position, I'm going to connect it to the marking that I did on the back here this way like this. Cut this back neck this way like this. From here, cut it straight. Then from this position, I'm going to curve it and connect it to this cut that we made here at the top of the back piece. So when I take the back piece and overlap it with the front piece, as you can see, the neckline is balanced. Then I'm going to place my shoulder measurement. I'm going to place my tape at this folding of the back straight in a straight line and then mark my shoulder measurement. Now my shoulder is 18 inches. So that 18 inches, I'm going to divide it by 2 and that will give me 9 inches. But I'm adding 1/2 inches of allowance to this 9 inches because we're going to need that 1/2 inch to join the sleeve to the shoulder of the top. So I'm going to make it 9.5 inches. I'm going to mark my 9.5 inches this way like this. So now my armhole measurement is 18 inches. So that 18 inches, I'm going to divide it into 2. That will give us 9 inches. So I'm going to place my tape here this way at that position where we'll mark the shoulder. Then I'm going to come down by 9 inches. So from this position, I'm going to mark. I'm going to draw my line and then connect it to this shoulder position. So now from the midpoint of the armhole, you know this is the armhole position. From the midpoint, I'm going to come in by 1/2 inch. This is to eliminate excess fabric around the chest area. Then from the shoulder position, I'm going to curve it in and connect it to that 1/2 inch position here like this. Then from here, I'm going to connect it with a curve to the armhole position this way like this, as you can see. And then cut from the marking that I made. Curve it in this way like this and here like this. So now on the midpoint, I'm still going to go in by 1 inch. But this time, I'm only going to cut the front part. So I'm going to come in by that 1 inch here like this. Then from the shoulder position, I'm going to curve it in this way like this and connect it to that 1 inch that I came in by and connect it to the lower part of the armhole this way like this, as you can see. So now I'm only going to cut the front armhole. I'm not cutting the back because we need to deepen the front armhole more than the back, because we need more fabric around the back because of the movement of the arm. So from here, I'm going to use my scissors and raise up this front part. So as you can see, I'm cutting only the front. From here, I'm going to cut it this way like this. Then I'm going to pick only the two front pieces, and I'm going to cut it this way like this. So this is what we have here. As you can see, I've curved in only the front armhole. So I'm going to curve in the lower part of the shirt. So from this position, I'm going to come up by 1.5 inch. I'm going to mark it. I'm going to get the midpoint of this lower part here. Then from this midpoint, I'm going to connect it and curve it in and connect it to this 1.5 inch that I came up by, and connect it to that 1.5 inch. I'm going to take my scissors and connect it to that 1.5 inch that I took up this way like this. I'm going to take the front armhole measurement. So I'm going to place my tape at this upper part this way like this, then take my tape and curve it around the front armhole. So what we have here is 12.5 inches. So now this 12.5 inches is going to be useful when we are cutting the sleeve. So now to cut the sleeve, that 12.5 inches that we took of that front armhole measurement, we're going to minus 1 inch from that 12.5 inches. So that will give us 11.5 inches. So when we are folding this fabric by 4, we're going to fold it by 11.5 inches. So that after making the curve of the sleeve, it's going to give us that 12.5 inches. So that when we fix the sleeve head to the armhole, one is not going to be longer than the other. You're going to fold it first into 2. Then you're going to take this folded part, then you're going to fold it into 4. So what I want around this position is 11.5 inches. So I'm going to place my tape. So what I have here is 11.5 inches. So now I'm going to take in the cap height of the sleeve. Now the cap height is the distance from the head of the sleeve on this lower part of the sleeve that we're going to go in for us to get our curve, to eliminate excess fabric around this area. I'm going to cut off this excess. So now the formula I use to get the cap height is the armhole divided by 4. So my armhole is 18 inches. So 18 inches divided by 4, that will give me 4.5 inches. So on this lower part of the sleeve, I'm going to go in by 4.5 inches. And I'm going to take my chalk and I'm going to mark it this way like this. So now I'm going to take my ruler and I'm going to place it at the edge of this fold here like this and connect it to this my cap height position here. And I'm going to curve it, use my chalk and mark it down to this cap height position here like this. So now I'm going to get the midpoint of this line here. The midpoint will be around here. Now I'm going to come out by ½ inch. Then at this top folded position here, I'm going to come down by 2 inches. Then I'm going to mark that 2-inch mark here this way like this. So from here, I'm going to curve it and connect it to this marking here, this ½ inch that we came out by. From this midpoint that we marked here down to this position, I'm going to get the midpoint of this position, and that will be around here. So around this position, I'm going to come in by a ½ inch. So I'm going to mark it. I'm going to connect it with a curve, connect it to this ½ inch mark. Then from here, I'm going to curve it down, curve it this way like this, then curve it all the way down to this line here like this. I'm going to curve it this way like this, following the marking that I made, connect it, and then curve it to this position here like this, as you can see. So now my sleeve round is 15 inches. So that 15 inches, I'm going to divide it by 2. That will give me 7.5 inches. I'm going to add an extra 1 inch or 1.5 inch. Then I'm going to mark. Then from here, I'm going to connect it to this position here like this. I'm going to cut it down to that my sleeve round position. Then I'm going to cut it this way like this. The last thing we're going to cut now is the yoke. So you're going to get a piece of fabric. You're going to fold it into 2 this way like this. To take the back piece of the shirt, you're going to fold the back part into 2 the same way. Then align the folded parts together this way. Then you're going to take your scissors. I'm going to cut the neck curve just the way I cut it on the back part of the shirt. Curve it this way on the piece. Then from here, I'm going to curve it down this way like this. Curve it down this way like this, as you can see. So I'm going to come down. And I'm going to raise up the back part this way like this. Then from this midpoint, I'm going to cut off this part here like this, as you can see. So this is what I'm going to use for my yoke.